Okay, it's Monday morning. I just dropped off at the airport, and what a night I've had. I've got 373 on, and I think I was asleep for 3 hours of the morning hours. It started off very innocently. I had a couple of trips at the beginning, and then I got sent to the casino, and that was pretty far from where I was. And so I went there, and there's this Japanese girl who had such a thick accent I couldn't understand a thing she was saying, but she communicated to me that she had to go downtown from the casino, which was it's a good ride. It's like, $25. But then she wanted me to wait for her for a few minutes and then take her back out to the casino again. I guess she had some more money at home or something like that. And she hit me with a $100 bill. And I hadn't had any cash paying customers yet. So I used up all my change. The trip was like $55. Then, almost immediately on my way back from the casino into town, I got a call at a pub on the Gorge. No, this was Super Bowl Sunday. And this couple wanted me to take them out to Shawnigan Lake. That ended up being another $85, and I got a tip on it, so it was like $92. So like right away, I've got more than my expenses on. I got back into town and had some good trips, and now I had this one to the airport. So like I've got 373 on. And it's starting to rain. So I'm gonna head into town and maybe watch a couple of videos before parking it at 6. Oh yes, I will stop off at the bank and make a little deposit. I've got all my overs from last week. That's about $400 plus another 150 or so from tonight, which was not Interac money, which was actual cash. So that will be all right. Well, I'll let you know. I'll get back tomorrow and do this whole thing again. Maybe not exactly in the same way, but I will be out here again. Oh, and in the morning I got a doctor's appointment. Then I got an appointment with some people from the bank on the phone. Yeah, it's always something. Another night comes to a conclusion. I dozed off watching the video, and I was awakened by the tablet, which was giving me another trip. But I don't have enough time for another trip because I have to get the car washed. I have to get the interior detailed. I have to deposit some money. I have to fuel up the car, and I need to go to the chiropractor. So I've got a few things going this morning. You two are going to walk across that way, are you? Okay. And this guy's going to walk right down the middle of the road. Yeah. Pedestrians are getting worse and worse. Drivers are getting pretty bad too. Gosh. I've seen some real examples of terrible driving. earlier in this shift. Also had my very generous customer be out of cash. So he said he'll pay me next time. I guess it's worth it to get $50 for each of two $23 fares, but maybe next week or the week after. Yeah, I did some sleeping this morning. I don't know how much I got on at about 2:30, 2:40, something like that. It wasn't that much. I didn't have any really long, well, I had a couple of moderately long trips, but nothing really, really long. Sleeping and I'm still tired. Well, 3 more nights to go this week. 5:39 a.m. on a Wednesday morning, and I am real tired. Real tired. I've got just enough time to get to the bank, to the gas station, and park it. 20 minutes should be enough to do that. I've got $315 on. It seems like I should have more for the amount of work I did, but I had a lot of I had some short fares in there. It was just every time I wanted to take a break, every time, I would pull into the parking lot and start watching something and go to sleep. And then as soon as I was just getting comfortable and beginning to dream, that's when I would get another call. And it's been going that way for the last few hours, at least since about 11 o'clock. Yeah, something like that. Business was steady all night, but I really wasn't into it. A little over $300. Yeah, I suppose that's okay. It's enough. It really is enough. I just want to go home now. I'm just tired and exhausted. What else? I don't know. I just want to be done. On this Wednesday night, we had a perfect storm. It was Welfare Wednesday, and it was a full moon. I'll tell you what kind of weird things can happen with Welfare Wednesday and a full moon. Early on in the night, I felt good actually, and I was getting all these grocery calls, a lot of grocery calls that weren't going very far, because it was all the homeless people who are living in the hotels that were purchased for them by the municipalities, or the municipality. Those people got their checks, so they were getting their groceries. One in particular was really momentous because I picked up these two people at one of these houses, and they were going to the Days Inn on the Gorge, which I took them to, and I thought that I was going to get paid and they were going to get out. He got out, but she said, no, I have money, I'm going to keep going. Okay, so when he got out, she went to Megamart. Now, Megamart is a little convenience store. It's a little privately owned convenience store. And she says, keep the doors locked. I don't want anybody jacking my things. Okay. So she goes into the Megamart, and she goes in there, and I had been begging for a break. Well, she didn't come back really soon, so I started watching videos on my phone. After half an hour, she still wasn't back yet. After 45 minutes, she came back, and she came out of the Megamart with a whole bunch of plastic bags full of things, purchases she had made, things that she had bought. And after she arranged those things somehow on the back seat, she decided that she had forgotten something and had to go back in the store for more. Well, it was almost an hour from the beginning when she went into the store to when she came out. And then she went to the Days Inn to meet up with the guy who she left there. Of course, he wasn't there. And she said, can we wait here in the parking lot for 5 minutes? And that's all I'm going to give him. 5 minutes, and then I'm going to go. Okay, so we were at the Days Inn. We were across the street from 246 Gorge East. And we were looking at 246. And apparently he was going to come out of 246. But he didn't come out. After 5 minutes, I said, our 5 minutes are up. She said, really? I said, yeah. What, do you want another minute to make sure? She says, yeah, I want another minute. So we waited there for another minute. And nobody came to meet us. So now it was time to go. I said, so where are we going? She says, oh, to that building over there. And I said, so should we be on the street or in the parking lot around the back? She says, in the parking lot around the back. Okay. So we went there. She says, just back into one of these parking spots. On the meter was $53. And she says, how much is 15% of $50? I said, $7.50. Said, okay. She gave me a 50 and a 20 and says, just give me 10 back. So it was 53 on the meter. She gave me $60. Then not long after that, I had my regular generous customer who ended up paying me the $100 that he claimed he owed me from last time, when really he didn't owe me that much. It was only $50, but he paid me $100, and then he gave me another $60 to take him to his friend's place and back. So it worked out to $40 for each $25 ride. Okay, fine. Very good. So I took him out there. Then I went back into town. I got another call that went to Angler Lane in Brentwood Bay. I didn't know where Angler Lane was, so the customer directed me. And I dropped him off in this dark parking lot in Brentwood Bay that I had never seen before. Okay, I got back into town, and just when I was getting into my position where I like to sit and watch videos, I got called by my generous customer to come back out and get him. So I came back out and got him. He was really angry about something his daughter had done. Basically not answered his texts on the phone. First world problems, in that he confiscated her phone, but her mother, they're not together anymore, had paid for the phone, so she wanted her phone back. So the guy takes the phone privileges away from his daughter just because she didn't answer his text. That's kind of weird, but it is what it is. Anyways, going on from there, I picked him up, I took him back home, and then I went to sleep in my favorite spot again. Okay. After going to sleep, I got sent on a call. It was a regular customer who only gives you $10 each time. Will you focus? That's better. So I took that customer to where he was going. And I was heading back to my favorite spot when I was being sent out to Brentwood Bay. And it gave me an address. And I didn't know that address, but I looked it up. And it was right near where I had dropped that other customer earlier on in Brentwood Bay. In fact, it was about 2 car lengths from where I had dropped the other guy off. So I went to get him, and I asked him, "Did I bring you?" Well, it was an airport call, and I was late because they gave me the call. I should have had 20 minutes to get there, but I had 13. But that's why I'm at the airport, because I went and picked up that guy. So I picked him up, I took him to the airport. Anyway, he's calling me. I'm 5 minutes away from his place. He says, "How long are you going to be? I got a flight to catch." I said, "Just hang on, I'll be there in 5 minutes." So sure enough, I was there in 5 minutes. When he got in the car, I asked him, "Did I bring you here earlier tonight?" He says, "No." I said, "Oh, that's really strange, because I had never been here before. I had never seen these streets before. I'd never seen these addresses. But earlier on tonight, I dropped somebody off right here in that parking lot that you're looking at right now. And I had never been here before. And twice in the same night, in 29 years, I hadn't been here. And twice in the same night, I go to the same place." There is some kind of force going on somewhere. There's some kind of weirdness. It doesn't make any sense how such a thing could be just a coincidence. Being sent to the same address, basically. Taking somebody there and then picking up somebody else right there. On the same night. Anyway, I got the guy to the airport on time. Focus, damn it. And I got one more night to go this week. And I've done really well because I got paid by my generous customer and I had some good trips. One more night to go this week. The time is now 5:49. It is Friday morning. I've been through the night. It was a little on the slower side, but it did have some moments. One such moment was being sent to a restaurant and getting there, and the customer came out of the restaurant and said, "Can I pay with a card? I don't have any cash." I said, "Yes, you can pay with Visa, MasterCard, debit, whatever. We can do that." And she says, "Good. Now, can you wait 10 minutes?" I say, "Oh, come on, really? Wait 10 minutes. She said, well, they told me on the phone that you would be 15 minutes. And you were like 3. I said, yeah, because I was just around the corner. They should check their screen when they tell you how long it's going to be. But people always hear the worst. When they're told by the person on the phone, by the call taker, they're told 5 to 15 minutes. Automatically they assume 15 minutes. They don't think of the 5 minutes. What a bunch of pessimists. But anyway, I said, well, next time, call it when you need it. I said, I'll wait for you this time. So I waited for her, and I resumed doing what I had been doing before she called, was watch a video on YouTube. Anyway, I got towards the end of my video, and then she came out of the restaurant carrying a bag with some food in it, I imagine. And she said, I'm going to Finlayson. And she gave me an address on Finlayson. And so I took her there. And she says, well, this is all wrong. She said, I wanted to go to Finlayson. I said, this is Finlayson. This is Finlayson. This is the address you gave me. She says, but it's supposed to be in the mountains. Oh, wait a minute. You mean Finlayson Arm Road? She said, oh, I didn't know there was 2 Finlaysons. Okay, fine. So I said, oh, so you're going up to Finlayson Arm Road? I said, yeah, okay, I can do that. And she gave, and it was the same address, but on Finlayson Arm Road. So that's a ways out of town, you know. It's how much was it? It was like a $50 fare. And I told her that I had lived up there once for a month. And it's true, I did at one time live on Finlayson Arm Road for a month. There was an ad in a paper, and I answered the ad, and I rented the room off these people. And so I lived there for a month, and after I lived there for 3 weeks, I was told by them that I'm going to have to find new housemates because they're moving. And I said, well, if you're moving, I'm going to move too. This is crap. So I ended up moving as well. So this is why I lived there for only a month. And I had to explain to my customer this. She is from India, or she was from India. And she lives in Richmond, which is just outside of Vancouver. And she's a dentist. She studied dentistry in India, but in order to practice in Canada, she has to pass some tests. But right now she's working as a receptionist in a dental office, and she's complaining that there are not many friends in Vancouver, in Richmond, and that it's just go to work all day, go home, eat, sleep, wake up, go to work all day, go home, eat, sleep, and repeat and repeat and repeat. And she says, I'm tired of that, so I want to spend some time in the mountains like I did in India. And I said, oh, so this is like a Airbnb kind of deal? She says, yeah, this is a rent. I rented this place for a few days just to get away from the city life because I don't like it in the city. She said that she had been in Canada only about 2 years, and her English was very good, very, very good. Hardly an accent. You could tell she had a bit of an Indian accent, but it was kind of cool. Because sometimes an Indian accent can be kind of attractive, and at other times it can be just disgusting. But that's just my opinion. Anyway, we had a pleasant chat all the way out to Finlayson Arm Road, and it turns out that the place she was staying at was right across the street from where I had lived for a month 28 years ago. Yeah. So now I'm heading to the gas station. I'm going to fuel it up. I'm going to add up all my credits and debits, put them in an envelope, stick them in the glove box, and park it and walk home. As it is just about to be my weekend. This is the 18th of February already. It has gone fast. It has gone very fast. Like I said, this was not the busiest of nights, but it was busy enough to make me some money, and it was quiet enough to let me relax and rest a little bit between calls and take a nap or two. Hope yours is better than mine.